like, and subscribe.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Reiki in Real Life. So, this is where I interview Reiki clients of mine and just give you a little inside peek of what a Reiki session is like for those of you who may have never experienced one before. So, today I have my client and great friend, Erica Anderson, with us. Hey, Erica, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that we are having this conversation today. So we'll just dive right in. So I would love to hear why you decided to have a Reiki session.
Well, I really didn't understand what Reiki was at all. It seemed a little odd to me, and had someone just kind of explain that it was like it would be really good for like stress management and that sort of thing. And so after actually my first session wasn't with you necessarily, it was with someone else. That was
Yeah,
my first experience. And after much prodding from them, I decided to try it out. And it really kind of opened my eyes into how this could be used for like mental health, emotional health, and all of that in a way that I didn't expect. So,
awesome. Well, you just answered like three of my questions in one. So thank you for
oh,
that.
I tried.
No, you're amazing. So if you don't mind sharing a little bit about what was your session like with during our session?
So the best way I can describe it is if anyone has ever tried to do like meditation on their own, sometimes it's like really, really tough to kind of get into that zone. But with you, with like the Reiki and everything like that, one, you've got the whole environment just like perfect. So you've got the sounds going on, the lights just right. You're on this comfortable table with a nice little blanket, like you're just cozy,
Very cozy.
all of it. So you can really truly kind of get into the zone that you need to be for meditation. And even though the session is like, I don't know, 45 minutes, to an hour or whatever it is,
Yeah.
it feels like 15 minutes max.
That's hilarious that you said that because that's so true. Like it is crazy how quickly it feels like it goes by. My first session I think was an hour long and I could have swore it was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea. It was insane how it went by. And yes, our office is very cozy. A lot went into it. Honestly, it wasn't my doing, but the person who did it is definitely has a knack for that stuff, and it is a very energetically cozy space. Um, so thanks for saying that. And if guys, if you ever want to check that out, we do have photos on my website, which is listed in the show notes below. But you can go check out what it looks like. So we have some really cool lighting, and then the table can be heated. Right now, as we record, it's summertime, so that's not really ideal at this point. But yeah, we make it as cozy as possible. So thank you for saying that. Um, so after the session, like think hours, days, weeks, did you notice any shifts or any takeaways that came up for you?
The biggest thing for me is, like I said, it's very much like meditation, but for me, it's like on steroids. So when you do like a typical meditation session by yourself or whatever, that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you're doing to kind of get started for the day, it's great. And it might last me maybe the morning. And then life happens and I'm like, what? I'm not calm anymore.
Right.
Forget that. And I feel like with a Reiki session, it just lasts longer. It lasts like that feeling of centeredness and calm and, just like all of that lasts for a few days. And for me, what I notice is after a session, I may actually be tired after a session, especially if it's been a while since I've done a Reiki session. And so that usually just means that I've probably had a lot of some pent up energy,
Yeah.
negative energy, whatever it is that, needed to be worked out. And then I kind of have to recover. So I do know, like, if it's been a while since a Reiki session, I might just feel a little more tired and I just give my body what it needs.
Yeah.
The calm, like, centered feeling lasts several days.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you brought that up because there is a really distinct difference between meditation and Reiki. So, they do go hand in hand. And at the beginning of a session, we do a guided meditation to really get you into that deep, relaxed state. But really, what the difference is the energy movement. Because during a meditation, that's not necessarily what's happening, but during a session, that is what's happening. We are actually working with the energy itself and getting rid of anything, not necessarily negative, just anything that's stuck, anything that's not moving or flowing freely. So you're 100% spot on. Um, for somebody that's never tried Reiki before, and maybe like you said, thinks it's a little bit out there and not having any idea what to expect, what would you say to them now?
I would say it's just another modality for stress management, for, to help with any mental and emotional side of your health. And, I deal with, health and wellness as well.
Yep.
And when it comes to physical health, the mental and emotional side of things is just as important and will often, if your mental and emotional health is not well, it's going to express itself in a physical way in your physical health.
Well, yes, and I'm the prime example of that. That's actually how I got here. So, for those of you who don't know my story, I actually had worked with Erica on the physical parts, the nutrition and the physical exercise and well-being. And really, once we got down to the root of things, this is actually, she is part of my Reiki journey and how I got to discover Reiki. Um, but dealing for me personally, now not everybody's going to be the same, but for me it was that emotional side. It was the stress management and release. And the other thing I wanted to say to that is like Reiki is amazing and it does help people. It's not going to be for everyone. You need to figure out what your thing is. So for me, it's a combination of Reiki grounding. So getting in touch with nature, being outside, barefoot, seeing the sunlight, getting sun on my face and my eyes. That is what works for me. Other people, it might be yoga, journaling. It might be a little bit of all of it. It might be Reiki combined with yoga. It might be Reiki combined with journaling. It could be a host of different things. But what I'm here to do is educate people on what Reiki is. Try it. If it works for you, amazing. If it doesn't, I'd be more than happy to point you in a direction of something else that may be more beneficial for you. So I'm really happy that you said that. Before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to say?
Just that if you have any like hesitation or like nervousness around trying out Reiki, I feel like Erin, I feel like you're the perfect person for the people who are totally just like, what is this stuff? Is this just some weird hippie stuff? Funny story actually is that the first time I ever heard the word Reiki was I was being interviewed on a podcast and this woman was like, yeah, my Reiki practitioner told me to do XYZ. And the way she described it, I literally thought of it was like some sort of like spiritual Buddha guru. And this, like, I like pictured like an altar and everything behind this person and like smoke and all that. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. So that made me afraid to ever like approach Reiki because that's what I had envisioned. That is
Yeah.
not what this is. And so if you have any hesitation, just try it out. I don't think you'll ever regret it. And Erin, I think you're the perfect person to really introduce people to Reiki for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for saying that. And I really appreciate that. And yes, it's not woo-woo, it's not witchcraft. It is just pure energy healing and work. But I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. And it has been an absolute pleasure to have you here with me. And everybody take care until next time.